Ей, всім привіт! Продовжуємо проходження Alan Wake 2. Тут важливо, що це друга. Так, я сподіваюся, зберіглося. Так, наче збереглося. Погнав. Так, а що це за чорна цяточка?
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
Вони, коротше, дуже багато щось розповідають, але знаєш, це як наче не про що. Бо щось там кажуть, а воно в мене не складається в один пазл. Ну що, знову станція метро. За зброї. Яка в мене ціль? Дістатись до квартири парламентській вежі. Відшукати Еліс. Мене колись викладачку в універі звали Еліс. Я спочатку думав, що це якийсь рофл, але ні. І справді звали Еліс.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
Так. Відкриваємо карту. Куди мені треба? Вихід на вулицю, скоріш за все сюди. Це ж ось туди
Parliament
мені.
Tower. Our home in New York.
Наш дім у Нью-Йорк.
Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment?
Хтось мені телефонує.
Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Блядь, ти телефонують, я не розумію. Ой. Так, значить
The
десь.
payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
О, значить тут. Давай, Нео, бери трубку.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Сили тьми можуть копіювати мене. Тобто, можливо, до тієї детективші прийшов взагалі така копія тьми.
Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Ну, погнали. Це єдиний ліфт, який відкрився. Мара. Ініціація 3. Мара.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
А я спочатку прочитав як мапа. Знаєш, це студія, що анімешка робить. Але там дві.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Якого символу? Де ти символ побачив?
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Ага, треба знайти карту пам'яті, да? Відео, збор док на екранах. Так. Головна ціль пітьми. On-screen multi, on the replace. Окей.
Alice's memory card.
1. Ну, давай подивимось. Першу частинку.
When I was younger,
Угу.
photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him.
Угу.
I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Dark Place, The Art of Alice Wake. Давай подивимося. Ну да. Блин, ці ставки з живими акторами, конечно.
Очень прикольно.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Ну, не зрозуміло, но з пулею в голові. Якась дуже швидка частина. І знову ніхуя не зрозуміло.
Ну, мені кажется, фішка цієї гри.
Ну я не знаю, я хочу щось вже
Прикинь, який він, типа, реальний чоловік, і він взагалі не розуміє, що відбувається. Постійно одне те саме проходить і забуває. Це такі виходить.
Ну в нього всередині наче пітьма.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so
О,
far.
ну давайте, будь ласка.
For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time it...
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away.
Тому що він опять з собою пов'язаний.
Не розумію, я взагалі нічого не зрозумів.
I know it's batshit crazy.
Він вернеться в підмогу, щоб
My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Вони зробили, типу, якийсь ітог, а розповіли його, а я все не
Mr.
зрозумів.
Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
нарешті за нею виживати.
Ну, за нею якось
Логічні.
легше, мені здається.
Ну, в неї нема фонаря, який
It's
транспортує
insane.
на Бог, який винен.
And there's so much of it.
Прям точно описала.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Може все?
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Давай подивимось.
Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the tree. A cultist stared at her.
Нічого.
She drew her weapon.
Сторінку прочитала.
Так, зрозуміло, що в нього є сторінка. Так.
А де? Дома?
В кармані була, да. Так, можливо. Зачіпка треба.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Так.
Yeah. The cult of the tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Так, що все?
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Так, з цього моменту ви можете перемикатися між історіями Алана та Саги через відро в кімнаті відпочинку прибиральника. Грайте в тому порядку, якому вам захочеться.
Прибиральник там слід.
Це оце так? Так, збереження. Що, є різниця, в якому порядку грати? Змінити реальність. Та ні, не хочу, я хочу за цю бабу грати.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
Так, щось вона ще знайшла, чи що?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
Справи. Підказка якась.
Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a rider who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this?
Ні, я думаю, що може Найтінгейл це і був цей доплер. Справа розкрита. О, куди я можу це поставити? Не зрозуміло. Так, що у нас тут?
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Ого. Так, та блін, тут стільки.
Doesn't look right.
Так. Пітьма. А оце, звісно, тут ми розбираємо зараз. Так, перемикач.
Nope.
Може, от там, де багато місць?
Тут? Чіпать. Вид був у пастці. А от. Так, і в мене залишилась одна на майбутнє. Добре. Так, значить це розкрили. Тут нема підказок, тут одна підказка, але це социма. Поки не розумію. Не зрозумів. Ага.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Добре. Їбать. Все більше і більше відкривається до їбать 12 підказок. Ну давай.
Ми ж знали про багато.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Ну да, може трошки зрозуміліше стане. Що тут вік? Культ може планятися з кришчю. Що в нас тут є?
Hmm.
М. А. Ні. Куди ж це можна вставити? Ага. Йо-моє. Це схеми, звісно, роблять. Кісі.
Як міркує, це на вверх, вверх, вверх. Ось тут, напевно.
Вроде причетний. Господи, оце схема. Єдина жертва, яка...
Приречений. Ні, хто приречений, напевно.
Хто причетний?
Причетний. Я думала, приречений чи там.
Та ні.
Що за
М. Ладно, може ще рановато. Намисто культу.
Там можна подивитися, скільки там карточок буде.
Ну сюди можна знайти на геола. Ні.
Давай ще подивимося другі карточки, скільки там карточок.
Що за культ? О, символи. І... А ну це. Це там.
А друга?
О, це теж, наче схоже.
Ще одна карточка.
Мгм. Так, а Найтингейл, може...
Doesn't look right.
Ні, не сюди. А хто причетний? Чого ні? Що, Найтингейл? О. Чому? Тьо.
Think.
Синк. Ну все, тут все поставив.
Там ще одна.
Це на майбутнє.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Угу. Так, схованки. Це отут.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Cauldron. Так, ну все. Скільки? 30 хвилинчик, 15 хвилин можна пограти.
I'm the only one who understands the forces behind this. I can help you.
No, that's not how this works. You're a civilian, and we don't do by law.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park.
Так, у мене по заданням поїхати до Утері. Уотері. Це ж моя машина, значить, да? Угу. Уотері. Тільки чого вона сама поїхала, звісно. Можна було втрьох поїхати.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Ну, бач. теж запитав.
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
Якраз номер частини.
Да, якраз на частина, я думаю, можна на цьому завершувати. А подожди, не було збереження. Мені треба повідомлення. Розпитати про трейлер. Мені треба, щоб була кнопочка збереження. Чи може вона і так була? Як ти гадаєш?
Hello. Do you have a second?
Ну,
Long time and no see, Miss Anderson.
як це?
Thor and Odin are not here. They are old tricksters always sneaking off.
Sorry. No, I wanted to ask you about something else.
Так.
Do you live around here?
I live in Bright Falls. You've seen me around. I am Mr. Blum. You call me Vladimir. I
Владимир.
work at a nursing home. I take care of your old
зрозуміло,
people.
чому
We are on
такий
day
акцент.
trip, music, sauna, the good times. I bring them here in the bus.
The elderly are very important. And it's a very nice bus. Thanks. Can you point me to any trailers around here?
Sure. Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park. Ilmo Koskela owns it. He owns many things in town.
And where is Ilmo?
I saw Ilmo and his brother at the bridge. Well, what used to be the bridge.
Окей. Брідж. Ага. Немає карти. Де в нас може бути мост? Міст.
Hey, what did you used to say your dream job was as a kid? I bet it wasn't dock worker.
I don't know about all that.
The flooding is even worse here. More like underwatery. I'll have to tell Casey that one later.
Може там десь? Аж. Ні? Що знайдемо скільки?
Watery's definitely quaint.
Good to see you.
Hello. Що
I
це?
bet they have good fish here.
Патрончики. Мені б карт треба знайти.
Oh, you rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Не хочуть зі мною говорити. Може в якийсь барчик треба зайти. Є якийсь барчик. А ну ти чудак, що тут стоїш? Hello. Дорога закрита. Що це?
A trailer park. Ilmo Koskela.
Ну там стежка вона.
He's that tour guide we met at Cauldron Lake. I need to find him. Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice. Enjoying the sauna?
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints. I'm just waiting for Ati to wrap up his show so we can crack open some beers.
I've read that taking a sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of the cult of the tree?
The half deer, half man monsters? Oh, sure I've heard of them. They're the reason I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore.
Ну, до речі,
If
діти
one of them
зробили
shows up,
прикольно, схоже
how am
на
I
діда.
supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
They say if a sauna doesn't fix what ails ya, you're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
Що, мужики, не хочете поболтати? Щас піду, попарюсь трошки.
Have you heard old Pat's radio show lately? Yeah, I fear he's losing his grip on reality.
Чи не знаю, що ти зайшла
I don't
в
care to
сауну?
listen to pointless jibber jabber. Not on the radio.
Ага.
Sauna.
Hello!
Hot.
Дивно, що мене тут не закрили ще. Ну да, я думав, що це прям жорстко так закрити в сауні.
Whoa, sure is nice out here by the water. Nice and quiet.
Не боїшся ножки замочити, да? Так. Що у нас тут ще є? Ну, якийсь байк.
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Hello!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the cult of the tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality.
Угу.
Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest. Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So... your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Yako here really comes alive in front of the camera. Really. Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
Profiling is the key.
Давай подивимось, що тут є.
Flooding did this?
А нашого прораба схоже. Так, чого немає ніде збереження? Алло, мені вже треба йти. Щас. Вона каже, що портрети це...
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer. Keep it simple, Saga.
Портрети це шлях.
Wakes says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
Так. Все. Це ж не майбутнє. Ну і що, воно мені нічого не дало. Хто такий? Так, ну що, ладно, давайте на цьому закінчимо. Я сподіваюся, що воно збережеться десь тут. Ось. І до зустрічі наступного разу. Всім пока.